Hey folks, another day, another unboxing. It's a double unboxing today. I've got two phones here to unbox. They're very similar. The ZTE Blade Max View and the ZTE Blade Max 2S. So these are kind of low range, low priced phones, pretty reasonably affordable. So unlocked, sold on ZTE in the US on their website. So let's have a look. Let's check them out. Let's start with the View. Since it is the slightly higher end one. So there's the box. You can see the phone here. Really nothing much to write about. There's some features you can really see quickly. So let's see what happens when we open this up. Whee! It is a little tough to open. I'm just going to have to like shake it up like this till it comes apart. Here we go, folks. Ta-da-da-da! Boom! All right, that's not very exciting. There's nothing in here. Here's the phone, so let's have a quick look at that. Boom. Let's see. We've got a divider here. Nothing in here. We've got a SIM removal tool. We've got a little manual. I'm not going to get into too much detail here, but you get a feel for that. I got a USB A adapter. It's pretty light. Not sure what the specs are. They're all here, so maybe pause and have a look. And a USB Type A here to Type C. Yes, that has Type C. This is good news. Adapter. All right, so that's one phone. Let's unbox the Max 2S, which is the lower end of the two. So this one is actually in one of these weird boxes. Here's the phone. You can see, here's the phone. All right, let's take it out and have a look. Ooh, that looks cool. And then we've got a divider here. Interesting box. I have a feeling this is not final packaging because, you know, honestly, there you go, there's some stuff in here. Because honestly, I've never seen packaging like this before. Nothing here, and SIM removal tool. All right, so here we've got SIM removal tool, the same, apparently the same charger as before. You can pause and see the specs. I'm pretty sure it's the same, and the same cable, which is great because it's USB Type-C and A on the other end. All right, so now here are the two phones, and as you can see, they're almost identical from the front. One is a little shorter. The cheaper one on the right here, the 2S, is a little shorter. The View is a little taller. And if you flip them over, it's quite a bit different back here, right? Not only do we have a size, a height difference, but we also have a camera setting difference. So let's remove some of these pieces of plastic protective films. Are you guys ready? Here we go. Oh yeah, you love that sound, don't you? And then in the back, oh, that just came right off. So let me remove this IMEI sticker as well. I just cut my nail, so hopefully I can catch it.
A few moments later.
Well, that's sticky, so how am I going to fix that? I guess WD-40 will do the job. It always removes messes. Alright, now we also have this little guy. Peel off for the camera. Alright, so that's the phone in the back. Pardon the IMEI sticker mess. This is some sort of soft touch plastic, which might be the reason why this is so bad. Wow. It's really, really bad. And but the frame feels like aluminum metal. So that's really nice. And then let's take the films off the second one, shall we? There's a film in the front. You ready? Yeah, there we go. That's nice. And then there's a film in the back. It doesn't look like there is. It's just an IMEI sticker, so I'm going to remove that as well.
A few moments later.
Okay, this might be better. Yeah, this is okay. It left a little bit of residue, but it's not bad. All right, and so that's the back of this one. Now, let's fire them both up at the same time. and see what the differences are. So at the core, these are the same phones, right? Essentially, they have a Snapdragon 435. So this looks like it's on Boost Mobile. And they have a 6-inch 1080p display, right? This looks like it was already used once before. Amazing. All right. I'm going to have to factory reset these. But hey, they apparently put some SIM cards in these and provisioned them, which is probably why they are, basically already set up. But you can see the display quality pretty nicely here. Actually, this one's not bad. It's got good contrast. And let's see here. That's pretty good. I mean, I'm pretty impressed for the screen so far. It looks really good. Good viewing angles. Not bad at all. All right, now let's have a look at this screen. Hopefully they're the same screen. On paper, they are the same screen. So it'll be interesting to see. So this one looks very different in terms of its UI. It looks more stock Android to me with this white UI. But viewing angles are pretty similar. So I think these might be the same panels, which is nice. All right. So, as I said, there is a Snapdragon 435, a 6-inch 1080p display, and 4,000 milliamp hour battery. So the battery size is the same, 4,000 in both. And then, of course, you have some camera differences. So the bigger, more expensive one has an 8 megapixel front camera, and the cheaper, smaller one has a 5 megapixel front camera. And in the back, you have dual camera on the more expensive one, 16 and 2. This is a 13. So let me show them to you a little closer. There you go. So the 13 one's at the bottom of the screen and the 2 megapixel is at the top. I should say 16 and 2. And this is the 13, same flash. Called fingerprint reader in the back. I kind of love this gradient design. It's pretty cool. So this is obviously plastic. I doubt it's glass. The edges feel like plastic to me. I'm looking for the marks where the molding might be. Sometimes you can feel them. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a plastic chassis. But this one is definitely metal. It's cold to the touch. It's heavier. You can see the antenna bands, so it's definitely a metal chassis on this one. And then this kind of soft touch finish in the back. So that's where you are with that, folks. And that's all I know about these phones. Apparently this is on Boost Mobile. And both are sold unlocked on ZTE's website in the US. The one on the left is the Max View, ZTE Blade Max View, and it's $199, $200. The one on the right is the ZTE Max 2S, so Max 2S, and that's about $179. So honestly, they're very similar for the money. I would definitely spend the extra $20 and get the dual camera and the metal chassis if you can afford it. So let me walk you around the edges of both here. There is on both phones, power lock key and volume rocker. Both are ridged. I think these are plastic buttons. And then you've got speakers and USB-C on the bottom, probably also primary microphone. And then on the top, you have a headphone jack and a secondary mic on both. And then on the left side here, you have the SIM tray and micro SD storage expansion. So that's what you got. Now, keep in mind that these phones have slightly different specs. The one on the left, the more powerful one, the Max View, has 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of storage. And the one on the left, the Max 2S, has 2 gigs of RAM and also 32 gigs of storage. So RAM and camera is the way these two differentiate, and metal chassis versus plastic chassis. That's basically the difference between these two phones. So check them out there on ZTE's US website. And yeah, if you're looking for a more affordable phone, stay tuned to the podcast. I'll let you know what these phones are like. I mean, this one here on the left looks pretty great for the money. And You know, is it as good as a Moto G6? It's a pretty big phone, 6-inch screens, right? Like, so these are larger phones. But at the same time, you know, it's not very often we get affordable unlocked phones in the US. So have a look. You know where to find me online. Mostly this is a supplement to the podcast, Mobile Tech Podcast, which is why it's called the Mobile Tech Podcast channel. So subscribe to the channel, and so like this video if you do. And tell your friends about the channel. There's a lot of other videos, unboxings, hands-ons, first impressions, sometimes reviews. And of course, the podcast is where it's at. So you should subscribe to the podcast, mobiletechpodcast.com. We're also on Apple and Google Podcasts. We're on Pocket Cast, Overcast, TuneIn Radio, everywhere. And if you want more in-depth kind of coverage on these, definitely go to the podcast and subscribe, all right? Before we part, I want to just thank our sponsor, ProXPN. If you're looking for a VPN and you want 50% off, sign up for ProXPN. It's down in the description here. There's a link. You'll support the channel and the podcast by doing that, and you'll get a deal, 50% off on a great VPN that works with Netflix and works everywhere in the world, so that if you're abroad and you need to watch TV, or you need some security and privacy connecting from, say, China or whatever, you can do that. I travel a lot, you know, I use lots of VPNs, so you can check it out. All right, so stay tuned for more videos, folks. And remember, mobiletechpodcast.com. Cheers, everybody.